Hey guys, what's going on? So my name's Kimberly Denise, for those of you who don't know me. And hi, thank you. And yes, Team Blade.
Shout out to Team Blade and Dream Team. Team Blade and Dream Team, where you at?
Make some noise. Awesome, two really good teams. I have two questions for you guys. The first is, who went through some crazy shenanigans to get here this weekend? Raise your hand. All right, give yourselves a round of applause. And just by you guys making it here, I want you to know, you have everything it takes to make this happen by you just getting here and making the decision. I found Empower Network in 2012, so I've been in for almost 2 years now. And the reason for me joining was I wanted to be at home with my kids. I was working a full-time job, and I was only seeing them 2 hours a day.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
As we now break state.
Just one second. Okay, so I was working a full-time job, paycheck to paycheck, plus, debt and all that stuff. And where I was when I found Empower Network was I did not have a computer. I did not have internet. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you in the beginning, my goal after I leave is just for all of you who are unsure if you could build this business to know that you could build this business by the time I get done talking. So I had no computer, I had no internet. I also had no hot water. Things were really, really tough. I was also stuck in a toxic and abusive relationship with someone who completely was against network marketing. Raise your hand if you have a spouse that is not supporting you, or maybe you're struggling with that right now. Okay, it's pretty challenging. But I decided this is what I was going to do. Unfortunately, I skipped my first 2 events, and I'm going to be talking fast because we don't have a lot of time. I skipped San Diego, which was 2 hours from where I lived, and I also skipped Austin. And my reason being was I told myself I couldn't afford it. I told myself, my spouse won't let me go. I told myself, I don't want to leave my kids, and, I've got work, and I just made up all these excuses. I saw everybody come back from Austin, and I said, I have to be in Chicago. If I want something different, I have to start doing something different. So I got to Chicago. The way I got there was a little bit interesting. I told you I didn't have the money. That's another story, but I did find the money. Something kind of funny that I did, though. I mentioned the spouse that was against network marketing. So I had to make up something to go. Otherwise, he would talk me out of it and tell me I couldn't go. I was very disempowered back then. But I ended up creating a letter with the Prosperity Team logo. And it said, Kimberly, congratulations, you've won a trip to Chicago. It's completely paid for, all expenses paid, because I had been saving money without him knowing about it so that I can go. So I won this trip, and I went, and it completely changed my life. And, I saw all of the leaders up on stage, and I went from hoping and wishing and wondering if I could make this work to knowing and believing that I really could. And I don't know where Tony Rush is, but something he said on an Inner Circle call really stuck out to me, and it was to view your journey here in your life as a movie that you've already seen before. You already know how it's going to end. I already knew I was going to be on stage. I already knew I was going to hit 6 figures. I already knew I was going to win. I already knew all of that. So the struggles and all of that, as I went through, it was a lot easier to go through because I looked at it that way. Also, there was 2 things that held me back. I struggled here for a year. In Empower Network, for a year, I struggled. No results. And reason being, number 1, I was not all in, kept making excuses to get all in. If you're going to write anything down, write down that if you're not all in your business, it's the equivalent of driving in a car to somewhere you've never been before without a GPS, without directions, and without a map. I don't think any of us would do that, right? We would never get there, and that's exactly what it is. So how many of you are committed to getting all in as soon as possible and doing whatever it takes to do it? Awesome. It will change your life. As soon as I did that, it changed everything for me, and, the rest is history. We, have hit the leaderboards 2 sales a day consistently, and I have all these lanyards on to show you that, commit to going to the events. If there's one thing you can do, just commit to going to every single event. That's what I did. I told myself I would never miss one, and I haven't since, and now I'm up here, and
good job.
The rest is history.
Yeah, give a round of applause for that.
Thank you.
We're moving kind of fast, but October we'll have more stage